Hey Paisans, welcome to the Wise Guy Kitchen. I'm your host, Vinny Fiore, the Wise Guy Chef. Hey, thanks for watching with us every week. For the last year or so, we traveled all over the country with Carmine, Uncle Johnny, Louie the Loan Shark, and I know you guys look forward to the craziness each and every week. But this week, I'm gonna pull it down a little bit because we have a great, exciting venue called the Kapok Special Event Center. No, I'm not in Italy. No, I'm not in Greece. I'm in Clearwater, Florida, a magical place for weddings, corporate events, and a beautiful owner named Pam, and we're gonna take you on a magical tour. We'll be right back at the Wise Guy Kitchen.
Come da porta picchita va bene, se tu la parla miezza americano, quando si fa l'amore sotto la luna, come da bene in capo di I love you, papà l'americano.
Hey Paisans, welcome back to the Wise Guy Kitchen. We're back here at the Kapok Special Event Center with the beautiful owner, Pam Rubinson. And Pam, talk to me a little bit about the gardens out here because it's amazing. It's like a botanical garden.
A gentleman by the name of Richard Baumgartner built this. He spent his summers in Italy and Europe. He brought back the fountain behind you from Venice, piece by piece, numbered blocks, reconstructed here. Some of the statuary is from Europe, some of it he purchased here. And he built the beautiful gardens, over 300 species of flowers.
Talk to me about this waterfall. How much water comes out of that thing?
That waterfall puts out 60,000 tons of water per hour.
That's a lot of aquapana if you ask me. Now let me ask you a question. Rumor has it that it was actually built in Italy and put together here?
Yes, it was from Italy. Back in the day when Baumgartner was there, they were very willing to sell off pieces of their property, not so much today. So he was able to acquire it and reconstruct it here.
I wonder if a couple of my uncles in the Union, if you know what I mean, put that together in Italy and shipped it over. Let me ask you about this wonderful gazebo. I imagine you guys do a lot of weddings out here?
We do. We've done weddings, we've done hand fastings. People choose to have their cocktail parties out here. We use it for multiple purposes.
Wow, you know what I envisioned? The Wise Guy pizza oven, making some brick oven pizza out here with some spumoni. Boy, let me tell you something. How's that an idea planted in your head? Hey, when we come back, let's go inside and visit the magical Kapok Special Event Center. Hey folks, welcome back. Hey Pam, this lounge, this bar area reminds me of these old little speakeasies that you would find in New York, right? Tell me a little bit about this lounge, if you will.
Well, the paneling in this room came from France. It was brought back sometime in the 1950s.
And what kind of wood is this?
It's mahogany. The bar is oak and mahogany paneling with gold leafing in the French style. And we have a mansard roof made out of tin.
A tin roof? I wonder if that's where they got the Tin Man from, you know what I'm saying? Well, actually, what are you doing here?
Well, this is our lounge. We have lectures in here. We have jazz in here. We use this often with our brides as their area for cocktails and appetizers. It's quite versatile.
Wow, and you know, I heard that the Kapok is bringing back the old dinner theaters. You plan on doing anything in this room as well?
Yes, we are. We'd love to have starting jazz night, piano, any kind of music. And we were planning to do karaoke, but we had such a good turnout that we had to do it in one of the larger rooms.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And I heard you might be doing some comedy nights and different things going on here.
Yes.
What about any cooking shows?
Well, yes, we do our cooking shows, but since our chef is so flamboyant, we usually put him in the main ballroom.
I don't blame you. Hey folks, after a word from our sponsors, we're going to join Pam back here at the Kapok, and we'll take a nice walk into the Florida room where you guys do your ceremonies.
Yes.
Can't wait to see it. Now a word from our sponsors. Hey folks, welcome back to the Wise Guy Kitchen. We're here at the Kapok Special Event Center in the beautiful Florida room with Pam once again, the beautiful owner of the Kapok. Tell me a little bit about this room and why it's so magical.
Well, originally this room was one of the restaurant ballrooms that people would be seated in, but we thought due to its length, it's perfect for having bride ceremonies, quinceas. It holds comfortably 180 to 200 people.
Nice.
So we do some of our smaller events in here. Chandeliers, once again, come from Europe, and the gold lattice and the arches with the lights that can be dimmed and the tulle make it a very fairy tale environment.
It
for a
is
wedding.
beautiful, but let me tell you something. I'm the wise guy chef. I know about lettuce. I don't know about lattice. You understand? But this is a wonderful, magical place. Now, I heard that this was one of the busiest restaurants in the United States at one time.
Yes, it was. At one time, they put 1 million people through here a year.
1 million dinners a year. Could you imagine that? But I heard that when you purchased it, you said, you know what? I have a better idea. I want to make it weddings and corporate events.
Yes, yes.
And you're doing great, it looks like.
Well, we love it. The brides seem to love it. All's going well.
Who wouldn't want to walk down this aisle? You know, Pam, my show travels all over the country, as you know. We visit so many restaurants and meet so many restaurateurs and chefs, and they cook a little bit for me and I cook a little bit for them. And when my producer found out about the Kapok, he said, you need to make a trip out there and check this place out. And I'm so glad that I did. But in your mind, what makes Kapok different than all the other venues?
Well, we're in the middle of Clearwater, Florida, and it looks like we're in Europe.
It does. I thought I was in Italy.
Yes, Italy, Greece, some of the rooms France. This room has hand-blown grapes. I've been told that they came from Czechoslovakia, but somebody said, are you sure they're not from northern Italy?
So a bride getting married here or a client coming to have an event, it's almost like going to Epcot, because every room you have,
Yes.
something comes from somewhere else.
And that's what was so unique about the Kapok originally, is it was the event. It wasn't just the food. It was the atmosphere in the event, and that's what this room
It's the whole experience.
Yes.
Now, I noticed because, you know, like I said, we travel all over the country, and I see so many event facilities have one big giant room. They're in a strip mall somewhere, and, you know, their pictures are up against the wall and, you know, 100 cars in the parking lot.
Yes.
Tell the viewers at home what makes Kapok so different than everyone else.
Every room is unique and different, and the bride has access to every single room. She can have her wedding pictures on the staircase in the grand ballroom. She can have wedding pictures under the grapes here, out where all the statuary is, the fountains. We have 2 fountains, 2 gardens, a front and a back. The possibilities are endless, and the pictures are just gorgeous.
So a couple getting married or a client, a corporate client, that chooses the Kapok over another venue is actually like they're almost getting a villa. They're getting a whole little piece of Italy or France, if you will,
Yes.
more than just that one room.
Yes.
Well, I can't wait to see the grand ballroom, and if it's okay with you, my viewers at home will love to see me cook up a dish, and I like to make a traditional Italian dish right there in your grand ballroom.
I would love it.
Would that work?
Yes.
All right, folks, we'll be right back at the Wise Guy Kitchen. Hey, folks, welcome back to the Wise Guy Kitchen. We're here in the Grand Ballroom at the Kapok Special Event Center. My God, is this thing beautiful. Pam, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, this is another room of French paneling with mirrors. The chandelier came out of, I believe, a Welsh castle, from what I was told. And the statues are Greek, Roman in style.
Now, I imagine you do grand events in this room?
Yes, we do balls, we've done masquerades, our weddings. Everybody wants this room.
I could imagine, and for the folks at home, I'm staring at another garden just like the one out
Yes.
front, and the staircase is absolutely incredible. I feel like I'm walking down the stairs of the Titanic.
Well, the movie was taken after this staircase. They didn't actually film it here, but it is almost identical.
It is identical, it's amazing. Now, how many people do you seat in this room?
This room will hold easily 500.
500
Yes.
people. Wow. So if you're doing a big wedding out there, 500 people, make it 501. Invite the Wise Guy Chef, okay? Hey, folks, when we come back, join me here at the Wise Guy Kitchen at the Kapok Special Event Center, and I'm going to make a great penne alla vodka for you, and we'll be right back. Hey folks, welcome back to the Wise Guy Kitchen. We're still here at the beautiful and magical Kapok Special Event Center in Clearwater, Florida. Today I'm going to make a great dish because I'm inspired by all the beauty of this place, the gardens, the fountains. I feel like I'm in Italy. So guess what? I'm going to make a traditional Italian dish where you could find in most Italian restaurants, but I'm going to put a little spin on it. See, most guys do what's called a penne alla vodka. It's penne pasta with a vodka sauce. But I'm going to kick it up a little bit today, and I'm going to do it with agnolotti stuffed pasta with portobello mushroom, some fresh pancetta, and we're going to kick it up a little bit, wise guy style, Kapok style. We're going to start with a little butter in the pan. While the butter is melting, we want to cut up some pancetta. Now, for those of you who don't know what pancetta is, it's considered like Italian bacon. So I really don't put any oil in the pan because it's going to let off a little bit of the fat, which is great, has a lot of flavor, and it'll cook up everything else. So you just want to cut them up in little strips. Too bad you don't have smell-o-vision at home. We also want to put in some peas. Some fresh onion. And just let that cook up a little bit. Now, you can also add a little bit more butter if you like, just to make sure that we're sizzling. I like to put a little salt. I use kosher salt. It's a little bit more flavorful, and you can judge how much you're throwing in. And of course, some black pepper. Now, while that's cooking, let's talk a little bit about the pasta. Traditionally, penne alla vodka is done with a penne pasta, which is the short pasta that looks like a little cigarette. I like to use the agnolotti. The difference between that and a ravioli, the ravioli are either round or square, and they're stuffed with cheese. These are stuffed with portobello mushrooms, which gives a nice flavor to the vodka sauce. So let's let that cook up a little bit. And when we come back, we're gonna put the marinara sauce, the vodka, and we're gonna get it all ready for you right after this break. All right, folks, welcome back to the Wise Guy Kitchen. And let's finish up our agnolotti with portobello mushroom in a light vodka sauce. So here we go. We want to add some marinara to what we already have. Here we go, a little bit of marinara in there with the pancetta, the peas, the onions, and the butter. We're going to let that cook up just a little bit. Sprinkle just a little bit of Parmesan in there. Now it's going to get interesting. We're going to put a little bit of vodka. And you basically want the vodka to burn out. So it'll cook for a few minutes. And eventually, the vodka will burn out and you get the flavor and not all the alcohol. So while that's cooking up and burning out, we're going to put in our pasta. Look how beautiful. Now, we want to add a little bit of heavy cream to give it a pink color. All right. You can see the color start to change. You don't want to make it milky white, and you don't want to make it too red. It's got to have a little pink color to it. That's how you can tell the difference between a vodka sauce and a marinara sauce. Let's add a little bit more Parmesan. And while that cooks, a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back to the Wise Guy Kitchen, and here we go. Our vodka sauce is done. The agnolotti is ready. We're gonna put that right out. Man, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because this is amazing. What's really good about this dish is that you can make the marinara the night before, get it ready for when you have, company coming over. It takes you 5 minutes to boil that pasta and you're ready to go. Make sure you put some of the pancetta. Now, for those of you that are vegetarian and you don't really want to eat the pancetta, you could do it without it and just substitute some mushroom in it and you got yourself a great meal. Let's put a little bit of Parmesan. Let's get some basil. And before we leave, let's get Pam Rubinson, owner of the Kapok, back up here for a taste. Come on up here, Pam. Well, thank you so much for having me here at the Kapok. It's a beautiful venue.
Thank you.
And give it a shot. Tell me what you think. The folks at home are jealous right now.
I bet.
Oh, my arm. It's paradise. Hey, folks, thanks for watching the Wise Guy Kitchen Show. We'll see you next week.
Oh, bellissimo.
Salud.
Thank you.